So our name of the subject is the data mining. This is the elective third subject is there, and the subject code is that is CS415B. Okay, the CS415B it is nothing but, so this is the computer science, that is the fourth year, and again the one is the first semester, and the 5B is called as the is the serial number in the syllabus structure. Okay, and this is the elective third subject, and the name of the subject is data mining here. Okay, and the teaching scheme and again the marking scheme of the subject is, so we have the end semester examination, that is 70 marks, and again we have the ISE, that is the in semester examination, that is about 30 marks, and again we have the ICA, that is about 25 marks, and again the total weightage of this subject is the 125 marks here. Okay, so we have the end semester examination, the 70 marks, and again ISE we have the 30 marks, and again ICA 25 marks. So the total weightage of this subject is 125 marks here. Okay, so this is my introduction. So as I told you that my name is Mr. S.M. Shinde. So I have completed my BE CSE from the same college in the 2007, and after that I have completed MTech in computer science from JNTU Hyderabad in 2014, and now I am pursuing my PhD in computer science and engineering from Geetham University, Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Okay, and my total teaching experience is 14 years. So out of this 14 years, and email ID is the smshinde@cov.sweri.ac.in. So I request you all, you please note down my email ID, and mobile number is 9403751039. So this is my WhatsApp number here. So I request you all, you please note down this my mobile number, so that you can contact me through the WhatsApp. And since joining this institute, so I taught the many subjects for second year and again for final year. Okay, so the many more subjects are there, that is ICS, so the information and cyber security, and again the OMD, that is C++, again the computer graphics, information retrieval, HCI is the human computer interaction, mobile computing, visual basic, data communication, computer networks, and again the data mining. Okay, so the data mining I taught this subject for MTech classes the last year and again for the previous batch also. Okay, so this is my short introduction of mine here. And my research publications, so the research publications are nothing but, so I have written the papers That is the total 13 papers are there, and at all the 13 papers I have published in the international journals, and I have attended the international conferences. So the three conferences I attend, and one is about the national journal. So where I have published one a paper, and I have attended one national conference. Okay, so these are my research publications. So this is the point B1. We have covered that introduction of my, and so the next is the point number B.2. So my request is that you all, so we have to make one a subject notebook for our subject. So where all the points you are going to note down with the date and again the time, so that afterwards it doesn't happen that. So we are conducting the classes online, and nothing you are going to note down in the notebook means that your notebook will remain empty. So you are not able to remember that what I taught in the lecture, and on which date I have conducted the any concept or the any chapter or the any assignment. Okay. So for that purpose, I am requesting you all. So we have to make one notebook for this subject. Okay. So in the every lecture, we have to make the running notes. Okay. So you can take the running notes, the points. Okay. The any important diagrams. For that purpose, I am going to tell we have to make one a notebook here. Okay. So the point number B.2 is that the vision, mission, objectives, and again the quality policy. Okay. So the one by one we will see that what is the vision and again the mission, again the objectives, and again the quality policy here. Okay. So here we have our department vision and again the institute vision. Okay. The institute vision is separate, and again the department vision is also the a separate one. And again, like the vision, the mission is also the different for the department as well as for the institute here. Okay. So the first of all we can see here. So what is the institute vision? So the it is the to be recognized among the best institute in India for excellence in technical education. So this is the institute vision, and the next one is the institute mission. So the institute mission is that to impart value-added technical education through ambience of academic excellence, research and life skills by inculcating personal touch and respect in relationship amongst the stakeholders. Okay. The amongst the stakeholders means so the students, again the teaching staff member, non-teaching, and again the parents. Okay, these are the called as the stakeholders of the institute. Okay, so we should have to maintain the respect in a relationship. Okay, that is our institute mission, and the department vision is that so the to be nationally recognized for excellence in education augmented by research in the field of computer science and engineering. Okay, this is the department vision is there, and again the department mission is that to impart a value-added technical and applied research-oriented education by inculcating life skills oriented to industries with emphasis on human values. Okay, this is the department mission is there. Okay. Means we are going to learn the different technical subjects in our that is in the final year, and as well as already we have studied the second year and again the third year. Okay, many subjects we are going to learn So that's why it is called as the value added technical and applied research. So the applied research is that. So I think you have the a project for second year, third year, and again for the final year. Okay, that is related to the your applied research. Means using the languages, using the different papers, you are going to implement the projects there. So you are going to make the different concept. Okay, so this is the department mission. So in that way, we have studied the institute vision and again the department vision, and after that we saw that institute mission and again a department mission here. Now the next one is the program education objectives. Okay, so the program education objectives are the shortly it is called as the POs. Okay, so the Department of Computer Science and Engineering has as its POs to produce graduate. To produce graduate means so you people are going to become the computer engineer after your completion of the fourth year. So you are called as the graduate. So the first PO is that apply the computer science domain specific knowledge and skills in the growing software and related industries. So this is the first PO. And the second PO is that demonstrate leadership, professional ethics, project management, and finance related attributes as the employees or employers. And a third one is about engage in lifelong learning for professional advancement to develop innovative solutions for individual or societal problems. Means we have to solve your own problems, solutions, and as well as you have to consider the societal needs or the societal problems here, because we are living in the society. Means as a computer engineer you have to tackle your personal also, and you have to think about the your society also. Okay, and demonstrate the strong communication skills and ability to function effectively as an individual and a part of a team. Means you have to play the role as individual also, and again you have to must remain in the a part of a team. Means you should have to work with a team. Now the next one is that the program specific outcomes. Okay, shortly it is called as the PSOs. So what are the program specific outcomes? So we'll see that. So the engineering graduates will be able to. Okay. So what after the completion of your course, what you are going to do? Okay. These are the called as program specific outcomes. So the understand and design computer system using knowledge of digital techniques and a microprocessor, computer organization, advanced computer architecture, operating system, again the system programming, compiler construction, application software, etc. So all these are the your technical subjects you are going to learn from the your first year here. Okay. And second one is that the interpret, analyze, and design software system programming knowledge using algorithmic skills and web technology, big data analytics, and networking fundamentals, machine learning, and Internet of Things. The third one is adopt applications in the emerging fields of computer science and engineering. Means the emerging fields of means whatever the new technology it is there, that new technology we have to learn it, we have to adopt it for our career. Now the next one is the program outcomes. So the it is called as the POs. So the engineering graduates will be able to. Okay. So it is the common statement for all the POs. So the first PO is that engineering knowledge. So apply the knowledge of mathematics and science, engineering fundamentals, and an engineering specialization to the solution of complex engineering problems. Second, problem analysis. So we have to make the analysis of the problem. Okay. So first of all, we have to identify it, to formulate and review research literature and analyze complex engineering problems, reaching substantiated conclusions using first principles of mathematics, natural sciences, and engineering sciences. And third is about design or development of solution. So you should be able to design or development of a solutions for a particular problem. So the design solutions for complex engineering problems and design system components or processes that meet the specified needs with appropriate consideration for the public health and safety and the cultural, societal, and environmental consideration. The next fourth view is that conduct investigations of complex problems. So, in what way we need to conduct the investigations for the complex problems? So, use research-based knowledge and research methods, including design of experiments, analysis and interpretation of data, and synthesis of the information to provide valid conclusions. This is about the how to conduct the investigations of complex problems. Now the next one is modern tool usage. So the modern tool usage means in the market always there are coming the new softwares, new technology. So always we need to study all these technologies. So the create, select and apply appropriate techniques, resources and modern engineering and IT tools, including prediction and modeling to complex engineering activities with an understanding of the limitations. The next, the engineer and society. Apply reasoning informed by the contextual knowledge to assess societal, health, safety, legal, and cultural issues and the consequent responsibilities relevant to the professional engineering practice. Okay. So this is about the engineer and society. So we should maintain the always relationship to the society also. Environment and sustainability. So the understand the impact of the professional engineering solutions in societal and environmental context and demonstrate the knowledge of and need for sustainable development. And about the ethics, so apply ethical principles and commit to professional ethics and responsibilities and norms of the engineering practice. Okay, this is about the ethics here. And the next one is that how to do the individual, how to work the individual and a teamwork here. So you should be able to work as an individual and you should be able to work with your teammates also. Okay, that is very important. So it function effectively as an individual and as a member or leader in diverse teams. In diverse teams means in the various teams and in multidisciplinary settings. So the communication part is a very much important. So you should be able to convey your a message, your information from your along among your teammates here. And about communication, so the communicate effectively on complex engineering activities with the engineering community and with society at large, such as being able to comprehend and write effective reports and design documentation, make effective presentations, and give and receive clear instructions. And project management and finance. So demonstrate knowledge and understanding of the engineering and management principles and apply these to one's own work as a member and leader in a team to manage projects and in multidisciplinary environments. Okay, so this is about project management and finance, and the next one is the lifelong learning. Okay, so recognize the need for and have the preparation and ability to engage in independent and lifelong learning in the broadest context of technological change. Means always you need to adopt the a change in the technology. Okay, so this is about the point number B2. So the point number B2 is that vision, mission, and again the objectives, quality policies. Okay, so all the things we learn in this point B2 here. First class है क्या? ऐसा ले ले, ऐसा ले ले, अड़चन है ना? Okay, so now we will see the next point. So you can note in your notebook. Point B2 is that vision, mission, and point B3 is that the syllabus of the subject. Okay, so the let me introduce the our subject. That is the name of our subject is already I told you that. So this is the elective third subject is there. So the name of the subject is the data mining. So the in the previous syllabus we did not have this subject, but from this academic year 21-22, the university has introduced the new subject, that is the data mining. And already this subject is there in MTech. Okay, in the MTech it is the subject already it is there. And the one more thing about this, so the prerequisite for the subject is the database engineering. Okay, so I think in the third year we have learned the database engineering subject. Okay, so this is the, you can say that this is the next part of the database engineering subject. Okay, and this subject is the very much important. It is helpful for the machine learning also, again for the Python programming, because you are going to do the your final year projects using the machine learning, again the data mining techniques, and your Python programming you are going to use. Okay, so for that purpose this subject is very much important. Okay, because the machine learning, okay, whatever the algorithms are there in the data mining, that all the algorithms we are going to cover or we are going to see under the machine learning also. Okay, so that is why I'm telling that this a subject is very much important for your project purpose also, and again for the learning purpose, and again for improving the knowledge with respect to the database. Okay, and so while learning this data mining subject, so we are hoping that already we know what is the database engineering. Okay, so what we learn in the database engineering subject, so what is the database structure, what is the entity, and again the entity relationship diagrams, how the indexing works. Okay, so all the things we are going to learn in the database engineering, but the data mining subject is the next part of the database. Okay, the shortly I will tell that what is the data mining. So the we have the bunch of the database. Okay, we have the bunch of the database, and out of that bunch we are going to capture, or we are going to take the only required information. Okay, we are going to take the only required information. So that is called as the data mining here. Okay, so we are going to extract, or we are going to take the required information, that is called as the data mining here. Okay, here we are not going to learn the any database technique here. Okay, because how the database we are going to store, what is the tuple. Okay, and what is the entity, what is the one-to-one relationship, many-to-one, one-to-many, that already we covered in the database engineering subject. Okay. So in this subject we are going to see the different data mining techniques, and again the different ways how to extract the required data from the database here. With that technique we are going to learn in the data mining. So the name itself tells that mining. So mining means already you know the meaning of the mining is that the coal mines. Okay, coal minings are there. Means from that mining we are going to find out the coal. Okay. So based on that, here instead of the coal we have the database here. Means from the database we are going to capture the required information. Okay, that is called as the data mining here. Okay. So here in this data mining subject we have the total 8 chapters, and these total 8 chapters it is divided into the two sections. In the section 1 we have the 4 chapters, and again in the section 2 we have the 4 chapters here. And you mind it, this subject is the very interesting one, very easy for understanding, and very easy for scoring the marks in your final examination. Your final examination means your university examination. Okay, so in the examination point of view this subject is the very easy subject. Only we need to understand the concept. Okay, if you are going to understand the concept then it is very easy. Otherwise suppose you are not going to attend the lectures, you are missing the lectures. Okay, for only sake of attendance you are going to attend the online sessions, then it is very you will get the difficulties here. Okay, so my humble request is that try to attend my all the lectures. Okay, so I will explain all the things very in the deep. We'll make the study of the this subject. I will cover all the concept, all the chapters. I will give the assignments also. I will give the MCQs. Okay, and I will give the some data mining tools in the tutorial session also. Okay, so then and then only we will feel this subject is very interesting, and it is very much easy. Okay, so this is the just overview I have given that, and it is not like that. So once we have learned this subject and we forgotten all the points, but in your campus interview also they are going to ask the some questions based on this data mining subject here. Okay, so from that point of view also this subject is very important. Okay. So we'll see the syllabus of the subject is the section 1. So the first unit has the introduction. So here what I will do here I will read the syllabus. So the carefully you listen all the points here. So why data mining? So this is the for unit one is the introduction. Why data mining and what is data mining? So the basic data mining task. What kind of the data can be mined? Or what kinds of the patterns can be mined? Technological support for data mining, target applications of data mining, major issues in data mining, KDD process, and again the data mining versus knowledge discovery in database. This is the KDD. Okay, you remember this one KDD stands for. Okay, the KDD is nothing but knowledge discovery in database. Means this is the simple meaning of the data mining. So what is the data mining here? It is the process of finding the knowledge from the database. Okay? That is the knowledge discovery in databases here. Means in the introduction unit 1, we are going to learn the basic terminologies of the data mining here. Okay. Now the second, the data pre-processing. Means the pre-processing, that how you are going to pre-process the raw data here. Okay. That is called as the data pre-processing. Because for pre-processing data or for the knowledge discovery from the database, we have the different tools also. The one tool I can tell you that the Weka tool is there. Okay, you just note down the name of the tool is the Weka tool, WEKA. So it is online available. You can download it from the internet, and you can apply the this Weka tool on the database. Okay, and you can see that what data you are going to extract there. Okay, so at the time of the tutorial we can see here, but now you have the time. The ample time is there. Okay, because due to this online lectures and online classes, you are getting the ample time in your home. Okay, that is why I'm going to tell that you just download the Weka tool and install on your laptop, and you see that how it is going to work. Okay, so that we will see in our tutorial session. So it means why I'm telling that we are in the data pre-processing chapter. So the syllabus of this chapter is the need to pre-process the data, major tasks in data pre-processing, data cleaning, and data integration, data reduction, data transformation, and data discretization. Okay, so all these points we are going to learn into the unit number 2 here. Now the unit number 3, mining frequent patterns, associations, and correlations, basic and advanced concepts. Okay, so in this chapter we're going to learn the basic concepts, frequent item set mining methods, and which patterns are interesting, pattern evaluation methods, pattern mining, a roadmap, pattern mining in multi-level, multidimensional space, constraint based frequent, pattern mining, pattern exploration, and application. Okay, all these points we are going to learn into the unit number 3 here. Now unit number 4, a classification. So in case of the classification, so we have the issues in classification, statistical based on algorithms, regression, Bayesian classifiers, distance based algorithms, KNN. Okay, that is the KNN is called as the K nearest neighbors classifiers, decision tree based algorithms. Okay, so all these algorithms we are going to learn into the classification chapter here. Now the section 2. So the section 2 is in the unit number 5, cluster analysis, basic concept and methods. So in this chapter we are going to learn cluster analysis. What is cluster analysis? Requirements for cluster analysis, overview of basic clustering methods, partitioning methods, k-means, and again the k-medoids. Okay.
And hierarchical methods, agglomerative algorithms, and divisive clustering, BIRCH, that is the multiple hierarchical clustering using clustering feature trees and evaluation of clustering. That is all the points we are going to cover into the unit number of 5. The unit number 6 is association rules. So what we are going to learn into the association rules? So that is the introduction, large item sets, basic algorithms, okay, a priori algorithm, sampling algorithm, partitioning algorithm, parallel and distributed algorithms, comparing approaches, incremental rules, advanced association rule, techniques, measuring the quality of rules. Okay, these are the also algorithms we are going to learn into the association rules chapter here. Now the unit number 7 is web mining. So the unit number 7 and unit number 8 is based on the web mining here. Okay. So in the web mining, we are going to first of all learn the introduction of the web mining. So this is the introduction, web mining, again the web content mining, web usage mining, and again the web structure mining, and again the web crawlers. Okay. So all the points we are going to learn into the web mining subject here. Now the unit number 8, outlier detection. So in the outlier detection chapter, we are going to learn the outliers and outlier analysis, outlier detection methods, statistical approaches, clustering based approaches, and again the classification based approaches. Okay, so this is the total 8 chapters are there. So all the 8 chapters we are going to learn in our lectures. And the textbook for the subject is, we have the 4 different textbooks are there. Chapter wise textbooks are there, and we have the 2 reference books. Okay, so I will tell you that what are the different 4 textbooks are there. So one is the Margaret H. Dunham written, and data mining introductory and advanced topics, Pearson publication. And this book is for the chapter number 4, 5, and 6. Okay, that is from the unit number 4 to 6. The second textbook is that written by Han Camber and Pai. The name of the book is Data Mining Concepts and Techniques. This is the third edition book is there, Elsewhere publication, and units are covered 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. Okay. The 5, it is there in the first book as well as in the second book also. Now the third book is that Tan Vipin Kumar and again the Steinbach. These are the authors' names, and name of the book is Introduction to Data Mining, and it is the Pearson publication, and it covers the unit number 3. So you can use the unit number 3, the second book as well as the third book. And again the last fourth book is that the G.K. Gupta Introduction to Data Mining with Case Studies. That is the PHI publication and a second edition, and the unit number is a 7 here. Okay, so in that way all the fourth textbooks, they are going to cover all the syllabus of our data mining subject, and all these books are available in our central library. Okay, so whenever you are going to visit the library, you can take the books from the library there. And again we have the reference books. So the we have the 2 reference books. So the first book is that the Galit Smoley, Nitin Patel, and again the Peter Bruce. And the name of the book is The Data Mining for Business Intelligence. It is the Willy publication for the student edition. And the second reference book is that M. Berry and G. Linoff. And the name of the book is Mastering Data Mining and Willy Publication for the student edition. So in that way, we have the four textbooks, and again we have the two reference books. Okay, all the six books are available in the library here. Okay, and also I have the PPTs. I have prepared for the each and every chapter. So I will also share my PPTs you all. Okay. Now the next point is about the point before, that is about title of the subject. So what is the title of the subject here? See, already we are learning the data and again the information many times in the computer science and engineering here. Okay. So what is that? The data and information. Okay, already we are hearing the word data and information. So what is the data and again what is the information? Okay, that you should know that. Okay. So the data is a different concept and again the information is a different concept here. So the simple meaning of the data and information, I will tell you that. Okay. So what is the data here? Suppose you can say that, suppose I have the a 10. Okay. Suppose I'm going to write the 10. What gives the 10? Okay, here the 10 doesn't give the any information. Only I'm going to say the a 10 here. Whether the 10 is the float, whether the 10 is the integer, or whether the 10 is the any roll number, or whether the 10 is the any mobile number, whatever it is there, we don't know that. So that's why the 10 is called as the only data here. Okay, why it is called as the data here? Because the 10 it is not going to provide the any information for us. Okay, that's why it is called as the data here. Suppose now I can say that the 10 is the integer. I have written that integer 10. Means it is now it is going to provide the information here about 10. So that the 10 is nothing but the integer. Means it gives the meaning here. Okay. So that is the difference between data and information. The data doesn't provide the any information. Okay. And the information provides the meaning. Okay. So here the data is called as the any raw data you can consider, the any numbers or the any characters, the any quantities or the any symbols on which operations are performed by a computer, which may be stored and transmitted in the form of electrical signals and are recorded on magnetic, optical or mechanical recording media. Magnetic means what? Your pen drive. Okay, your uh, we have the memory cards. Okay, you have the hard disk, you have the RAM. Okay, these are the called as the magnetic tape recorders here. Okay, so the meaning of the data is that it is the quantity, it is the characters or any symbols on which operations are performed by a computer and which may be stored and transmitted in the form of electrical signals and recorded on magnetic, optical or mechanical recording media here. And the meaning of the mining is that, what is the meaning of the mining here? So the mining is the process used to extract valuable information. Means from the database we are going to capture the valuable information. So that process is called as the mining here. Now you can see that what is the combined meaning of the data mining. Okay, what is the combined meaning of the data mining? It means what is the data and again a mining. Okay. So the data mining is a process used by companies to turn raw data into useful information. Means we are going to convert or we are going to capture the raw data into the useful information That process is called as the data mining here. Okay, this is about title of the subject. Just simply meaning of the data is that the data is the meaningless information. Okay, so the meaningless information is called as the data, and again the mining is that. So the mining is the process. It is used to extract valuable information, and the combined meaning of the data mining is that it is a process used by companies to turn raw data into the useful information here. Okay, this is called as the data mining here. One example I will tell you that about the data mining. So where we are going to apply the concepts of the data mining. So you know the share market. Okay, the share market is the one best example of the data mining here, because already we are going to suppose you are going to purchase the any shares of a particular company, then we are going to visit the previous year's data here. What is the up and downs of that particular share of a particular company, and depending on that we are going to decide that whether to buy that share or whether to not to buy that share of the particular company here. I mean, this is one application of data mining a subject here. Okay, so here is the time is I think 2:56. Now is there any problem, or is there any problem you are going to, do you have any problem regarding this lecture here? Hello all, are you listening my lecture? You please reply in the chat box. So are you getting my concepts here, whatever I am going to deliver here? Otherwise what will happen, only I am going to talk here and we are not going to listen. Please reply in the chat box. Yes, then shall we stop here for the today's lecture? So we'll take pause here. So the remaining points we will cover in the next lecture. And your attendance, what you do your attendance, you please write your name and again your division and again your roll number, so that I will mark your attendance for today's lecture. So in the chat box you please mention your name and again the division and again the your roll number, so that I can mark your attendance for my today's lecture. Okay, so those who have entered your attendance here, so they can leave the session. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you one and all. Okay. काय म्हणलं? सेल्फ स्टडी नाही आहे, सेल्फ सजेस्ट मिळाला नाही. पहिला सिलेबस काय तुमचं काय नाव? इलेक्ट्रिक मधलं जाईल. इलेक्ट्रिकमध्ये शिकवते सेल्फ स्टडी ते योग्य झालं. सेल्फ स्टडीज कसं त्याचं काय शिकवायचं वगैरे त्याला गरज नाही, ती सगळं योग्य जाईल. नाही 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 नाही, इलेक्ट्रिकचा कन्सेप्ट टोटल वेगळा आहे आणि सेल्फ स्टडी
इलेक्टिव्ह आहे सब्जेक्ट. इलेक्टिव्ह थोडं तुम्हाला सपोर्ट लागतो. इलेक्टिव्हला कसं तुमच्या पुढे ऑप्शन असते त्यातून आपण इलेक्टिव्ह निवडायला आपण सब्जेक्ट. काय झालं इलेक्टिव्ह सेल्फ स्टडी म्हणजे कसं तुम्हाला ऑलरेडी सब्जेक्ट तुम्हाला दिलेले असते अभ्यास करायला तुम्ही पेपर द्यायला. त्याला पण हे ऑप्शन आहे 3-4 आहे त्याला चार काय तरी सब्जेक्ट 4 मध्ये एक घ्यायला त्यासाठी ब्रांचला कॉमन जाते. ऑल इंजिनिअरिंग ब्रांच कॉमन आहे. सेल्फ स्टडीज बघा की सिलेबस मध्ये मी बघितलं. तुम्हाला असं तर त्याला पण स्टाफ अलोकेट होते बरं. काय तर तुम्हाला डाऊट असेल तुम्हाला काय जमत नसेल त्याला एक स्टाफ अलोकेट होतं. आवाज एकदम क्लिअर ऐकायला येते. काय डाऊट वाटला का तुम्हाला? काय 3-4 महिने झालं गॅप आहे. काय नाव म्हटलं तुमचं? कुठे तुमचं गाव कुठलं? काय तुम्ही बाकी टीचरना ओळखत असाल तुम्ही तुम्हाला गेले पाहिजे तसं होते माझे त्यांना ऑनलाईन शिकवलं मी 1 वर्ष. मला बघितलं मी त्यांना बघितलं मला बरं झालं बाकीच्या पण बोलत होत तसं. आल्यानंतर जरा कॉलेजमध्ये काय काय इंट्रेक्शन तर होतो हे बोलायचं. काय झाले माझ्यात ना डबल ओपन होणे झालं गुगल मीट. नाही हा तो माझ्या मोबाईलमध्ये ओपन होईल म्हणून मी काय केलं ते शाळेत लागणार वापरलं. हे तुझं कोण होतं माझ्या शाळेच्या मोबाईलमध्ये 2 गुगल मीट ओपन मायक्रोसॉफ्ट आहे. काय तुमचं मार्गदर्शन चांगले पडेल आहे ना. काय सगळं ऑनलाईन आणि कोरोनामुळे काय सगळं दिशा बदलले सगळे जीवन. चालू मला दिवाळीमध्ये नाही कधी चालू काय सांगता येत नाही कारण ऑलमोस्ट बऱ्याच जणांनी आता लसीकरण घेतलेलं आहे. झाले लसीकरण बऱ्याच जण घेतलेलं आहे. येते 3 म्हणा 4 म्हणा 6 महिने म्हणा किंवा वर्षाच्या आत पूर्व पदार्थ तुमचं यंदा चालू झालं आपल्याला अजून 1 वर्षात सगळं चालू होतंय बा. आता कंपन्या पण चालू करायला नाही हळूहळू. वर्क फ्रॉम होम तरी पण केलं एखाद दोन चालू होतं. आणि आपलं कसं आहे की 100% लसीकरण व्हायला पाहिजे. हा बोलून लसीकरण आता शिल्लक राहायला आले आता आधी लस बंद नव्हते आता. लसीकरण झालं म्हणजे काय अडचण नाही. बोलणार 100% चालू. सर्टिफिकेट आहे त्याला क्लासमध्ये ऑनलाईन नाही ऑनलाईन नाही ते लसीकरण घेऊन येईल क्लासमध्ये. हा वॅक्सिन घे आणि ते क्लास बंद होणार त्यावेळेस आता. तुला काय असेल ते कॉलेजमध्ये घेतलं तर बरं गेल्या डेटा घेतला होता पहिल्याला नंतर काय झाले नंतर ना काय फेस टू फेस चालतं बरं. तेच आणि एवढं कसं आहे तेवढं इफेक्टिव्ह होत नाही. नाही म्हणजे वर्क फ्रॉम होम जे आहे नाही मी टीचिंगचं म्हणणं आहे तुम्हाला बाकीच्या गोष्टी पण सगळ्या वर्क फ्रॉम होम एवढा इफेक्टिव्ह नाही ते. हा घरी यावं लागतं असं होतं. घरी कसं होतं हे काम आलं ते काम आलं बाबांना काम सांगितलं काम सांगितलं भावाला बहिणीला त्या गावाला जाऊ नये त्या गावाला जाऊ नये ते ऑनलाईन जाऊन ठेव मोबाईल असं होतं ना ते कसं थोडं असतं त्यामुळे काय अडचण येत नाही. काय दिवस तसले आले सगळ्यांवर आले वाटतं. नाही वर्षातनं चालू होणार आता
फोन केला नाही येऊ दे त्या 2 फोन केले एक रावतड मॅडमचा आणि एक पवार सरांचा आला.
रिपोर्ट कोणाला झालं पाहिजे
येस सर आपली पवार सरांचा पवार सर हां